Welcome to Lingua Latina, Chapter 21, Lesson 3, Exercises. Here we have practice with indirect speech. Looking in the margin here, you see some examples where A is doing something. Is pugnawit, he fought. Ea pugnawit, she fought. Ii pugnawerunt, they fought. Et I pugnawerunt, they, feminine, fought. Ego pugnawi, I fought. And then the indirect form of that speech, somebody says that pugnawise, that he fought. Pugnawise is the perfect infinitive, isse, added to the perfect stem, pugnav. And someone says that she fought, that they feminine fought, and that he fought. And then A, here we have just the regular way of doing the passive. He was called, she was called, etc. And then the passive form of indirect statement, somebody says that he was called, she was called, they were called, etc. And notice that we have the infinitive of sum esse here, so that he, subject accusative, was called, vocatum esse. Here we have a lot of examples. Davis, the son or the daughter, slept. Davis says that the son or the daughter slept. Davis, the sons, daughters have slept. Davis says that the sons and daughters have slept. Davis, the son, was called. Davis says that the son was called. Davis, the daughter was called. Davis says the daughter was called. The sons were called. Davis says that the sons were called. And the daughters were called. Davis says that the daughters were called. Make sure you've practiced all of those examples, and let's try this first exercise. Julius, Marcus entered. Julius says that Marcus entered. So here we need to put Marcus in the accusative, Marcum, and we need to put intrare in the perfect infinitive, which is intrawisse. Okay, try the rest of those exercises. Let's go on to 10. Here we have practice with the present infinitive and the perfect infinitive of the first through fourth conjugation. So numerare, to count, numerawisse, to have counted, parera, to obey, paruisse, to have obeyed, scribere, to write, scripsisse, to have written, audire, to hear, audivisse, to have heard, esse, to be, fuisse, to have been, and then all the endings of the perfect active, I isti it, imus istis erunt. So let's try this exercise. Magister, scribe decies Marce, Marcus postquam mmm, and then we have after he has written. So which form we want? We want the third person singular perfect. After he has written, scripsit. Then he says in the first person, now I have obeyed you. And the form for I have obeyed, we have the E form here, so parui. It's not just pari, right? Because the stem is not par, but paru. We see that right here. Paru. Take off the isse. Now I've obeyed you. Scripsi. I have written M 10 times. Okay, let's look at 11. Our vocab exercise. You know the drill. Marcus returns into the atrium, blank vestimutavit, after he changed his clothes. So we need our word for after. Good. Go ahead and try the rest of those. Let's look at exercise 12. Here we have our question and answer. So, quo it Marcus postquam vestem mutavit? Where does Marcus go after he changed his clothes? Well, in atrium intrat postquam vestem mutavit. He enters the atrium after he changed his clothes. And here we have Marcus in atrium redet, just a change of redet instead of intrat. He returns into the atrium. Go ahead and try the rest of those, and I'll see you back in the grammatica.